Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build my family. You also could email me at ravenover@yahoo.com if it's something you want me to report. And also you can go on Instagram. There's an Instagram button at the top. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Okay, let's go to the video.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Everybody getting it funny. What's going on, people?
Okay, this is part 2. Alleged Aaron Hernandez struggle with being gay reports. Okay, this is part 2. Now, I just got finished watching the documentary on him in reference to him committing suicide. This was a very, very difficult documentary to watch, because I have really lost faith in a lot of things, and I believe a person like myself who has trust issues, this just confirmed everything I always never trusted about people. Now, the guy who was killed, this is the thing. I don't know if you saw, but I'm going to give a review what happened. It was the guy that was killed. Now, the guy who was killed was Aaron's Hernandez, his girlfriend's sister's boyfriend. Now, they was friends and stuff, but Aaron would rent the cars out to different people and stuff like that. So Aaron had a whole bunch of cars he rented out with Enterprise. So it's not only just him who had the car as far as the girl, her sister's boyfriend with the car. We had a whole bunch of other people. Now the thing is, they kept saying that there was 3 people that they caught at the gas station and stuff inside the car. Now last time I checked, Enterprise did not have just one car. They have a bunch of cars, and a lot of cars are the same. And I feel as though when they kept showing videos and stuff of different things as far as the murders, I would like to know the time lapse as far as the time on those, as far as the people inside the car. Now, when they showed the videos, it was always 3 people, and allegedly he hired his 2 people that was from his past become, like, they call it the buffers. The buffers is like a bodyguard to keep fans and stuff away and stuff like that, because he became a celebrity. Due to the fact that Hernandez was Puerto Rican and his friends was 1 black and 1 Puerto Rican, they called them that they were really bad. They had really bad orals about them. And I get it and stuff, because at the end of the day, people use different things for different things, and I don't agree with it, but it gave 2 people a job. Well, anyway, one of the guys who was Aaron's girlfriend's sister's boyfriend got murdered. And when they traced the car back, and they got the keys, they traced the car back, Aaron Hernandez, I just said Aaron, name come up in the computer. So that's how he got charged with the death. There was no indication that he was there. There was no indication that he shot him. It was no indication, but his name was on the car. Now, last time I checked, if I wanted to kill somebody, why would I give them my damn car keys and not take my car keys if I killed them? That wouldn't make sense. I feel as though it's a lot of plants going on about this guy. I believe he was set up, and I believe he was murdered. I believe that guy was set up. This is the reason why I say this. Okay, they just, let's check this out. They just so happened to found the keys on the guy that was murdered. Now, it don't take much for people to believe, because in the world we live in, people believe any damn thing. They believe anything. So, to me, myself, if I want to kill somebody, if you want to kill somebody, when you grab all your evidence, it's 2018. Come on now. If you kill somebody, the first thing you're going to do is wipe shit down. You're going to clean shit up. Who the hell kills somebody, leave them with the keys and walk away? This is why I believe a lot of shit was planted. My opinion. And then all of a sudden, they found the keys. They went and found out where the keys was registered to was Aaron. They went to his house and they took him in for custody. Questioning. Next thing you know, they locking him up for first-degree murder. Then it went after his friends, who would happen to be black and Puerto Rican as well, and it ended up locking him up too as well. A warrant for the arrest was issued. They found them both. One came in early, the other one came in a couple of days later, a few days, 3 days. Anyway, so they got them as well. So now everybody's locked up and everybody's saying they ain't do it, they ain't do it, they ain't do it. And at the end of the day, they said that they were track shoes that was walking away from the car and everything, and it was certain evidence that was down there by the guy, I think it's Orlan, I'm not sure his name, I'll just say the victim that was killed. Now this is my thing. They searched the house and everything. I guess they were looking for evidence and stuff inside the Aaron's house stuff, to see if, you know, any evidence and stuff. Now, I don't know if that was documented and stuff, but usually when they try to find a gun and stuff like that, they never found a gun, but all of a sudden it looked like I don't know, it just looked really weird when they did the shot in the video of the gun that he happened to have on him. It looks almost like it was pasted on it. You know, like nowadays, 2018, you could kind of make people inside of videos that's not really there. Just my opinion, the gun looked like it was planted there. I didn't see him with a gun. No one talked about a gun, but at the end of the day, in the video, there was him with a gun. And at the end of the day, I didn't believe he had a gun. I never heard the girl say he had a gun. Nobody said a gun. All I heard or saw, they said a gun. Okay, fine. Maybe I missed something. So if I missed something, please let me know in the comments. And the thing is, they took him in for first-degree murder. They took him to the judge and jury and stuff like that. And basically, they said he did it. Okay. He stood there in shock. He was very quiet because, you know, a lot of times they say keep your mouth shut when you're with your lawyer, stuff like that. Let your lawyer do all the talking. And he complied. He was very quiet. And he stayed there. And he was very quiet. You know, because a lot of times if you speak, I didn't do it, I didn't do it, the judge will go, counselor, come to the front, or come to the front. Please be advised, or something to your witness. Be advised to your witness, something to your witness or something. So anyway. So he was complying, listening, and he felt as though he would, you know, they would find that he didn't do it. And they said that he basically gave himself away because he said that when you find at the time lapse that I didn't do it because when you find the time the guy was killed, I was actually in a club, so it's going to free me. They said, well, how do you know what time he was killed? He didn't say he knew what time he was killed. Anybody I ever known in my life, when somebody says somebody's dead, they'll say, when did they die? Knock on your door. So-and-so your child, they go, when? I've never known somebody say so-and-so died, and they go, oh, okay. And they just start crying. The first thing a person want to know is why. But they was like, oh, he knew what time he died. I feel as though there's a lot of holes. But let me stay focused, in case you didn't see it. So they was like, he didn't have, he knew when the person, he knew when he died and stuff like that. They never said he said when. He never said, he said when they find out that I was somewhere else, when they do the timing of him being murdered, I was not there. But they try to flip it and say, oh, he just said that when they found the time of murder, how do you know about the time? How do you know about the time? My opinion, I feel as though it's still a conspiracy. And like I said before, I may be wrong, but it's a lot going on behind the scenes. And I got it leads all the way to that Department of Justice. Just my opinion. Now, there was a woman that was on there and stuff like that. Blonde hair, short hair woman and stuff like that. She seemed to be in the mix of too much of the cahoots with the whole program and stuff. They said she got a long arm because she could reach a lot of different places of unseen things. I found that to be very powerful. And when they said that about her, they shot the picture straight to the police department. So I found that very interesting how they said she has a way of making things. She has a connection with people that are not even seen. She has a long arm into many things. So she strongly believed he had something to do with it and stuff like that. She felt as that people was being cocky and stuff like that. I felt a very bad vibe from her myself, like something wasn't right. Then all of a sudden, she talked to these other guys that was on the radio station that they have all these followers, stuff like that. Something seemed very fishy about them as well. I feel as though it was a lot of cahoots and stuff that was going on behind the scene, and a lot of things that was being done on this guy that nobody wants to talk about it, but I believe it was actually happening to him, and he was a sitting duck. People they were pulling out the woodwork just seemed to be just very much convenient to me. Then they found this guy that basically was supposed to be driving the car when this guy got shot and killed. Another guy got shot and killed. But anyway, let me stay focused on this. So then all of a sudden, it was a guy that popped up that was supposed to be in a nightclub when Hernandez was there. And he got into, they showed him inside of a nightclub. And he had a drink. He wasn't in a fight or anything. Then they shot it down that he goes downstairs, and they said they have no footage of him getting into an argument or an argument with anyone. So now we're speculating as far as an argument and a bump into somebody. So now the speculation leads to some guy comes out of nowhere saying that Aaron had gotten to a disagreement and he grabbed Aaron's arm and said he tried to defuse the situation, and they told Aaron to leave. They left. Now this is where it gets really fishy. So they left and they go out and stuff like that. The guy was driving the car and they leaving and stuff. Aaron tells the guy, that's them, lean back. The guy leans back and Aaron shoots him. Now that's where it gets really fishy. Now you just said that you told Aaron, let's leave. Now why would you lean the car back seat back so he could kill him when you just said that you took him out of there because you didn't want it to happen? That doesn't make sense. But guess what? He got on the witness stand and said that, oh yeah, Aaron was there, Aaron did it. Aaron leaned out the window and stuff like that. He shot him and stuff like that. But you just said a few minutes ago that you tried to defuse everything, so y'all just left so you could defuse it. Now you're saying that he shot out the window, he just killed them. And Aaron is 6'4", and here it is, y'all both big, and also he did that. To me, that's cahoots, whatever they call it. And Kerhurst mean when someone sits back there and they go behind the scenes and they talk about everything they're going to say, and they do that briefing and stuff like that to get their point across, stuff like that. Now this is my thing. He got up there and everything, going to witness stand, stuff like that. Basically, was supposed to be like a friend, but he's going against Aaron and putting him down, saying all stuff like that, and basically looking at Aaron's face, them goddamn friends, they're supposed to be friends, stuff like that. His story was not believable, so Aaron got off. He was found not guilty because the resource that they found to try to get Aaron convicted was not a reliable source, and the jurors saw straight through it. They thought it was full of shit. And they kept calling Aaron Mr. Hernandez. And this guy is supposed to be like a gangster. They went through his text messages and found that he talks very gangster-like. But on the judge and stuff, he's talking like Mr. Hernandez and stuff. Like he's very proper and educated. And basically, it was like a street gang. Anyway. So, this is the thing. He got up there and everything. They got him off and stuff like that. And the woman who seemed very suspect and stuff with the long arm found out that they got him off and stuff like that. She calls the radio station to these shaky, what they calling people, very, to me, they were very suspect. To me, my personal opinion. I don't know this radio station. And it was very suspect to me. And Aaron, she called them up about that. And she was like, well, why did they find his lover and stuff like that? They're trying to say he was gay. They kept saying he was gay. And this is the funny thing about that. Not funny, but fucked up to me. The girl he was with, after him, the first girl broke up, the one he was fiance. He actually went and been with another girl, looked like a white girl. I'm not sure she was white, but she looked white to me. Anyway. So him and her are actually breaking up and stuff like that. They broke up and stuff. And he actually went and got with the black girl that was the fiance, which y'all seen probably if you look through it. He's with her and stuff like that. He ends up knocking her, giving her a baby. He wants to marry her. This girl comes back out the clear blue sky, saying that she was having a whole bunch of interaction with Aaron and stuff like that. And she sold the letters and stuff like that in reference to him and her leaving, you know, letting her know that they were staying in contact and stuff like that. I found it to be very fishy. Only because I never knew that, no one indicated to me that he was sending her letters, stuff like that, from prison. But that's what she was saying. I didn't hear him say, no, I didn't. I feel as though, once again, it was a lot going on behind the scenes. And I believe as though she had something to do with it as well. I need to be like, Raven, but listen. When a girl breaks up with a guy, he gets another girl pregnant, she happens to be black, and then she comes back and says, oh, he's gay. So to me, my personal opinion, she's starting to throw salt all over this shit because she's pissed off because he got another girl pregnant and not her. She said, well, I didn't want to marry him and stuff like that. I didn't want to be married to him. He ends up wanting to be married to another black girl, and she's upset. She comes back saying he's gay and stuff like that. I find it amazing how he could find her when be friends with her, sending her letters, and she's standing on trial going against him. That seems very suspect to me as well. Now listen to this. The friend he's supposed to have been looking out for him goes against him, seems suspect. The girlfriend he was with, all of a sudden now, is on a trial, going against him, saying he was gay. That seems suspect. Now, here it is. He has his fiance that's standing in this corner. Actually had to go get another lawyer to fight for him because this lawyer that she had, the first one, seemed to be very much cahoots, whatever the fuck it is, to be very much seen as to trying to get him locked up. Now they got another lawyer and stuff to come in, and he was basically saying he saw a lot of potholes and stuff like that, and it still basically got him, you know, when the next time the guy said that's the one that shot me stuff. That's how the second one got in. That was like the second guy got there and said, but that's I'm not even think I don't even think it even showed the second guy. The one who said it was shot was supposed to have been like his friend, saying he was in a car. Yeah. So now that I think about it, they never showed the guy that said that he shot him. Anyway, this is the thing. The guy got acquitted. He got off. He was happy. He started crying. He's inside the courtroom and stuff like that. Now he's inside the courtroom and stuff. He's crying. He went downstairs. It's the first time he saw him cry. He's breaking down. And the man is like mentally tired. He looked over to his girlfriend, fiance, and said, I love you. And she's upset and devastated and stuff like that. They tried to work on her to get her to go against him, but she did not. She stayed loyal to her fiance, husband. She was not going to break because they tried to work on her as well to go against him. Anyway, they could try to find a way to tear this man down. They went through every angle to try to destroy this man. Now, remind you, you say, well, why, if they didn't find a gun, why didn't they try to go after somebody who may have killed this guy? They didn't even bother. They didn't bother trying to find a guy that went after this guy, found that this guy had enemies. They didn't try to find if anybody threatened this guy. They didn't find this guy got into an argument with somebody else. They didn't bother to do none of this shit. They didn't look into his past to find out if the guy got into a disagreement or if the guy was like, yo, he had somebody was upset that the guy was dating a girl that, you know, that he may have wanted his girlfriend. They didn't do none of that. They didn't look into the guy's past and see if somebody hated him. They just went after Aaron. So Aaron got acquitted and stuff like that. It got off. Then also was happy, called the lawyer up, told him, thank you, don't leave me. Don't leave me. And the lawyer said, I won't. Now, allegedly, it was a lawyer that had said that Aaron confessed to him that he was gay. My personal opinion, I don't really believe him either. But that's just my opinion. I believe somebody was going behind the scenes that was secretly getting to all of them. And next thing I knew, this man was so happy. He went inside his room, overwhelmed, in joy. He killed himself. And anybody that says they understand somebody who just got a non-guilty verdict, happy, crying, he's so happy, telling the lawyer not to leave him. And then ended up hung. I'm gonna tell you something. This thing really killed me. I'm gonna tell you why. Have you ever, I just want you to think for 5 seconds, or even maybe 10. I'm gonna try to finish this video as fast as I can, cause it is killing me, and I can't deal with this. Have you ever saw somebody who's kidnapped inside of a house? So think about this. You're inside of a prison, and you feel like a sitting duck. You watch your ex-girlfriend come and betray you. You watch a friend sit up there and betray you. You watching a lawyer betray you. You finally found a lawyer that stands with you. You say, please don't leave me. Just don't leave me. And you cry. When a person cries saying, please don't leave me, that means they know that somebody is trying to kill them. My opinion. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Because if you leave me, I'm going to be dead. They going to kill me. And next thing you know, we found Aaron hung inside of the prison, killed himself. Then they said, oh, well, now we're checking the records. It was something on his brain. His brain, he had so many hits to his head and stuff like that. That's why he killed himself. Baby, when I tell you behind the scenes, it's powerful. And I've always told you this. When a black person gets mad, he says, or she, when I get you outside, I'm going to fuck you up. And I'm not going to make this racist. I'm just going to call a thing a thing. And when a white person get mad, they say, oh, okay, well, you know what, it was just a misunderstanding. We were going to work it out. It's okay, right? You're fine? Okay, listen, we're okay. We're cool, right? And then they go behind your back and they fuck your world up. And a lot of people, if you could stand in your truth, you know I'm not lying what I'm saying. And I've watched this happen over and over and over again. I may be wrong, but I'm going to tell you. My spirit tells me this man did not kill himself. This man was murdered. Now everybody's saying, oh, he killed himself. He killed himself. Whew, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. This man did not kill himself. This man was murdered. And if anybody has a heart in their soul, they know when somebody says, please don't leave me. Whew. They telling you somebody's going to do something to me. And sure enough, when they let that man go, that man was dead. Then you have to listen to the documentary say, well, I don't feel sorry for him. He's a killer. It amazes me how it don't take much for people to believe stuff so fast. So fast. So fast. People gonna get up the next day and move on and not gonna care. And I know it. I don't even like doing videos like this. And this is why I tried so hard to stay away from this video work. That's when I first started, it hit me real hard. I said, I can't do this video. I'm not ready for this one. It hit me again. I said, I can't do this video. I can't. And it hit me again. I said, I can't. And then it hit me again. I said, okay, I'll do it. And I did it. So I watched the documentary. And it's just my opinion. And the family for Aaron Hernandez and the fiance, you're in my prayers. And I still believe if something went on behind the scene about him, the same way I believe something went on behind the scene behind Sandra Bland. And until somebody starts standing for about people committing suicide by hanging, we're going to see a lot more. This thing is going to keep happening. Anyway, I'm shaking real bad, so I got to get off here. But I'm going to tell you something. Y'all in my prayers, then there's even the guy who was murdered. Because that boy shouldn't have been murdered. But I feel as though the investigation into that man's murder should have been about looking for that man who killed him, who threatened him, who done something. A lot more of what happened to him. A pair of keys inside of his hand. And them to go to that boy's house, Aaron. Then all of a sudden just so happen to find evidence that a t-shirt and shit like that. All you gotta do is go inside his house and you're looking for evidence to grab shit. When the cops go inside the house and they tear your shit upside down looking for drugs and shit, they tear your house upside down. People can say, they tore my fucking house upside down. They grab shit, they drop shit off, and next thing you know, they take pictures and say, we found evidence. And then people say, oh, they did it. Look at the evidence. It don't take much to sell people in the store. Anyway, I love your feedback on this. I love you. And thank you for watching Kiss the Ray.